I welcome you on today's program, the Hard Talk program at We Are Uganda. Every Tuesday we are having this program at We Are Uganda, and the time is always 3 p.m. every Tuesday. You can endeavor to follow us on We Are Uganda social media channels, that is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Yeah, and also we have our YouTube channel. You can always subscribe, like, share the videos that we'll be uploading, all the updates that we'll be uploading over there. You can always follow us on our main channel, weareuganda.com. That is our website. You can always get the updates from there. I want to also once again greet you a very good afternoon, everybody who is watching us out there. I welcome you, and today, Tuesday, I'm having two men over here. They will be discussing about different issues, and in these issues we shall be seeing and we shall be analyzing according to how their issues will be mentioned or stated. I will start with introduction first. My brother over here, please can you introduce yourself? Thank you so much.
Thank you, moderator, for the time you've given me to introduce myself, and I also I welcome our listeners and those who are watching this video. So continue following us. As we all know, my name, I'm called Katende Kikukyajira. So I welcome you all. Please watch and like our page.
Thank you so much, Katende Kikukyajira. Right over here, I have a new face in the house. You can introduce yourself as well. We can see way of continuation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, moderator. My name is Alex Aguma. Being here is such a privilege. I think we shall have ample time and we exchange views. So I'm glad being here.
Thank you so much. The gentleman over here is the CEO. Hey, he is the CEO of the Part Times. I'm very glad to be with you here in our studios.
Thank you so much.
The gentleman over here is a political change activist. So I'm very glad, and I welcome you, all of you. Today we shall be having topic by topic analysis. The topic we are going to start with is the question, which is about the Parliament Speaker Rebecca Kadaga, where he asked and petitioned that can't we learn to live with COVID-19? So I want the gentlemen over here to discuss on this issue. Do you think it's viable or it's okay we can learn or we can live with COVID-19? Because we are having more than 1,000 confirmed cases in Uganda, and I think this is the time whereby the lockdown and all those measures should be restricted so much. So we shall be discussing on this issue. I want to start with my brother over here. You can give us your view. Do you think the speaker's submission that we learn how to live with COVID-19 is helpful in this kind of situation? Thank you so much. Remember, we are running for elections and there is a lot of up and downs.
First of all, I go straight to the question. My answer is yes. We should learn how to live with the virus. Reason being, actually, we are following the World Health Organizations, and it has put guidelines that countries should follow. We are seeing that the countries that we are following in terms of development and also other aspects, they have opened up. Business are moving on. For Uganda, it's another case. And when we look at the number of confirmed cases, we have actually 1,000, not more than 1,000. And we are seeing that even those that are still active, there are only 50 cases that are active. So coronavirus is not a very big challenge as a country, but because the government is just trying to put this and to make Ugandans being in the enslaved situation, and also to find a way how the mafias and those one who are smuggling, stealing all the assets and the money that are coming from abroad as donation. So they are using this coronavirus as a way of getting money. But coronavirus, according to my case and according to what I saw the president really speaking by his own words, saying that really the results that were being corrected after the test for coronavirus, some of them were not really true. So in this regard, I would like to agree with the speaker, and more especially we are seeing that actually, according to this, very many Ugandans, they are becoming more poor because of coronavirus. We are seeing that before the coronavirus, we already had more than 10 million Ugandans living in the vicious cycle of poverty. Right from the time that coronavirus started in Uganda or in the world, it's like now in Uganda, we started receiving cases like 6 months ago. And now that the number of people that have become poor in Uganda within the 6 months, they are now 4 million, totaling it. Actually, when we add also the other 10, those are 14 million, which means out of the 44 millions as of now we have, the 14 already they are living in a vicious cycle of poverty. And we are seeing that the economy, it has gone down from 6% to 3%. So there is no way or how we can keep the country in the lockdown, yet we have even a few cases that are still active.
Thank you so much, Mr. Katende, with your great information. I just got some quotes in what you have spoken. You talked about that the lockdown is not required at the moment, and other precautionary measures by the Ministry of Health are not useful at the moment. But we have seen a lot of COVID-19 cases in USA. We have seen a big number rising. Like of recently, they registered 68,424. This means this is a very big number of people that have extracted COVID-19. Do you think, or do you see that maybe if we relax the COVID-19 lockdown or measures, it might also impact the same effect into our country? And remember, we are having such kind of, I may not say poor, but I just to explain to you more that it cannot support all that kind of numbers. How do you about that in a very 1 minute? Thank you so much.
You see, in the country like Uganda, where we have mafias making deals, stealing everything, they are just looting the country. And in this regard, we have like 16 women dying every month, every day while giving birth. And in this regard, the government is taking less efforts in the reduction of the women that are dying. And we are seeing the government is putting more power in fighting the coronavirus. Yet we don't even have any single case of anyone has died of the coronavirus. But we are seeing that even the LDUs,
so you want
they are trying to stop people to go in crowd places so that they cannot get the virus. At the same in the same way, they are killing them. We've already lost like 6 people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will get back to you.
Actually, allow me to finish this point. Actually, in this case, we are stopping people from getting the virus. At the same case, we are killing them for not getting the virus. So I see now it's like the government, it is contradicting itself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Katende Kikukyajira. I will present this same issue to my friend over here, the CEO. Can you please analyze and see what is behind the speaker's statement, whereby he said that we should learn how to live with COVID-19? Do you think that his point is more of a value or at the moment, because we are having a lot of COVID-19 cases in Uganda, a lot. Every day we are almost minimally we are getting 5 cases. Do you think that what the Speaker of the Parliament said recently on 15th was viable? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, moderator. Before I go to your question, I want to first tackle some of Mr. Katende, what he said.
Yes, please.
He was saying that the cases, he was worried about the cases, and that the government is enslaving citizens out of COVID-19. He's talking about poverty. Yes, he's talking about all the other things that he was saying. But we have to understand one thing. This is a pandemic. It is a war, actually. So all these things you are talking about, the poverty, they can follow. But let's first deal with the pandemic. Thank you so much. Back to your question.
Yes, please.
Madam Speaker appealing to government is lockdown. I think it is everyone's wish. Or it is a thing that everyone would love to hear. Why? Because these are two different crucial things. The first one is lives, and the second one is economy. However, I do believe that the government should ease lockdown, but I should therefore bear it in mind that it should also consider the lives of people, because this is a deadly disease. It is this virus is very dangerous. You have seen how it has affected all the other countries, and I want to applaud the government. It has tried so much to minimize it. So therefore, however much I do believe and support Madam Speaker's view, I would love to advise her that she should appeal to the government and they see how they can balance those two, because the cost of losing thousands and millions of Ugandans is tantamount to the recession that the government, the nation, can go to, or the backslide and all the other things.
Information.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Alex. Information from Mr. Katende.
Now I'm getting confused of what Mr. Alex is talking about. He has started saying that he is agreeing with what the speaker said. At the same time, is also trying to not to disagree with what the speaker said.
Can I make it clear for you, please?
In this case, I see now it's like is in the middle.
Let me make it clear for you.
Finding where he's belonging. Even right now, if you ask him where he's belonging, actually, I don't know whether he knows where he is.
Can I satisfy him?
All right, can you go ahead?
My point of view was, however much I do believe that every Ugandan out there, his or her wish is that the government should ease lockdown. But we should also bear it in our minds that what was this lockdown for, or what is this lockdown for? You get what I'm saying? So, however much I do believe that the government should ease lockdown, at the same time, maybe I would say let it be gradual. We should not just open it like that, because the problem is still around. That's what I'm trying to put down.
Thank you so much. You talked about the speech made by the Speaker of the Parliament, Mr. Rebecca Kadaga, that it's everyone's wish. It's what everyone wants to hear.
Yes, of course.
So, and I do actually believe that this is what everybody wants to hear. In a situation whereby people are not working, in a situation whereby people are dying of hunger.
That everyone want to hear, but I will not listen to my colleague here when he's saying that the government is stealing and all the other things that he was saying.
So,
however much I do believe that
you are making an analysis in this kind of a situation, and we are having people dying of hunger, we are having people being mistreated by different kind of situation which they are going through, people who are not eating right now, we having people who have been working for a day, they work the day and they eat, and these people have not been reached out during the provision of relief food and things of such kind. So do you think, or do you see any method that can help them apart from easing and letting people learn how to live with COVID-19?
Thank you so much. People were given food. I don't know, maybe it was small or
The
what.
rotten food.
What?
The rotten food. And the beans were mixed with the stones.
Maybe that is your problem. But what I
And
know
even
is
the
that,
supplier confessed in
what?
the parliament.
of
that
course
we are very sorry.
We expect such things. So therefore, what I was saying is that
Yes.
we should understand what has caused this situation. This is the first thing that we have to bear it in our mind. What has caused all this? What has caused the total lockdown of the nation to be under lockdown? Once we understand that one, then we shall see how we can open. Even the government has started opening some places, the malls and all the other places. So which means, that's why I'm saying it should be gradual. Let's just open it just like that, because it would be so dangerous, and the time maybe we spent in lockdown will be maybe nothing.
Then you misquoted the speaker.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are going to be adding on this topic next time.
The speaker did not say that we should just open like that, right?
No, it's a gradual process. I think maybe we are going to
Which
move on.
means
The
he
next,
agrees with the speaker, right?
Do you agree with the speaker?
I do agree. However,
All right, then let's move to the next topic. And the next topic we are going to talk about is about the LDUs. Of recently on 16th, we saw the LDUs being withdrawn from the public. Everywhere, the countrywide, LDUs have been withdrawn. The news coming in, they say that the LDUs were being withdrawn for fresher training. This is following a lot of misconduct cases coming up in different regions of the country. So I want us to discuss and analyze the work of the LDU towards the containment of COVID-19 and the impact or the results as to why they decided to withdraw them when the lockdown and all these measures, all the COVID-19 measures have not yet reached their goal. Thank you so much. I will start with my brother over here.
thank you so much. Before they withdraw the LDUs, we must understand what the formation of this unit was for. In some parts of Uganda, take for instance Wakiso and Entebbe and all the other places.
Yes, please.
Recently, we experienced some killings of women, which put a nation at stake. That's how LDUs came in, and that one has been sorted out. In that angle, COVID-19 came. And these LDUs have been doing a good job of distributing food and putting in place the directives of His Excellency and the Ministry of Health.
Yes, please.
So in this, before they withdraw them, we have to understand that who are LDUs. These are people who are citizens. They are our brothers, they are our sisters, they are our relatives, they are countrymen and women. So before we put them, before we see their errors, and let's first recognize what they have been doing, as we pray for maybe for more good things they will be doing for us. So therefore, I do believe that there are some of them, not all, some of them who always act out of maybe I don't know what, and that way is expected. People will always be people, and of course they may act in a different way of which you don't expect, but of course they are summoned, they are put in disciplinary committees, even some are arrested, some are sentenced. So I think the issue of LDUs is it is not a big issue. It can be resolved, and maybe we can move on.
Thank you so much. You talked about their good work,
and lastly,
yes,
the LDUs have not been withdrawn. They are still in existence. We shall be seeing them in.
So you want to tell me that they are in shadow picture?
Not in shadow picture, because
if the news they come out saying that the LDUs have been withdrawn countrywide.
No. What has made LDUs more popular in these days is because of this COVID-19. Now that maybe COVID-19 is stabilizing, that's why they will start pouring them back to maybe to guarding the villages.
So you leave me in suspense when you say that COVID-19 is relaxing.
No, it has minimized. It has minimized.
I will ask.
That's why my friend is struggling for the government to ease lockdown.
Yeah, we have seen a lot has happened because of the LODUs. We have seen in Oyam district, one man, a 54-year-old man, died of the misconduct and mistreatment by the LODUs. The Makere student Emmanuel Tegu, he also died in such kind of manner.
That one is not true, and that issue is still in the court. So
Buyikwe district and also in Kasese district, these are the cases that have been, even the one in Kasese district who has been sentenced to life imprisonment.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
These are some, I've told you.
Yes.
Some of them, not all. And we expect these things. Some may act in a rude manner, but what to do for them? You will, of course, summon them. If you find them guilty, then sentence them as the disciplinary committee is doing. That is the way to go.
So
but these are a group of people who are trained. You cannot just withdraw them and you remove guns from them and you release them to go to the population. So it will be dangerous to the nation.
Do you one day think about that someone who is trained to enforce such kind of duties can reach a certain extent of losing his mind and beating someone up to death?
However, I don't believe that one. But I have to also bear it in my mind that because I know my people, their behaviors on the streets, in dealing with them, it might cause the chaos.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alex, for your good views. I will turn this round to my brother. We are talking about the LODU's withdraw and their work analysis. Can you kindly please go ahead and give us analysis in a very few minutes? Thank you so much.
Thank you for a time you've given me again. What surprises me, what my brother Mr. Alex has said, at times I laugh because, you know, some people when they are eating, they may think that maybe the whole world has eaten. Yet there are those that have spent like 2 days, a week without eating. So the point I'm trying to put across, my brother has been celebrating.
So you have
the food supplied, that the job was done correctly. But
yes,
as far as I know, in the parliament, even the supplier confessed that the food which was supplied was rotten, and the bins were full of stones. So, and even very many Ugandans they are complaining
we didn't see
that they
people
don't receive food.
Can you kindly go straight?
Can I ask him?
Because we are on point of LD.
Did you see anyone returning
I'm
food
still
or
on the
beans?
point of the
Mr.
LD.
Alex,
I'm still on the point of LD.
I'm sure you ate also.
The job was done by LDUs, right? Of supplying food.
Yes.
And we are seeing very many Ugandans complaining that they don't receive food. At the same time, we are seeing the supplier confessing in the parliament that the food which was supplied actually was of poor quality. So, okay, thank you for celebrating with them for the job they have done. And in the same regard with this, we have a situation whereby when these women were being killed in Wakiso, Kampala, and the nearby areas, we are seeing that actually more than 20, around 16 or 20 women were killed. In more than 3 years, 2 to 3 years, and we are seeing the LODUs, they have been put in place just within 7 to 6 months, between 6 to 7 months. And you are seeing that the job that they have well done within these months, they have executed or killed more than 6 Ugandans. So actually, according to how actually we are accountable to what is happening in the world.
That is not true.
So to some people, as Mr. Alex has said, he can say the job has been well done, well, okay. We have to accept that situation because you are enjoying the services of NRM.
But I didn't receive food. You received.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
you are a beneficiary.
Mr. Katende. I just have one question. You are talking about the different killings of the people in different areas, but I have just one question. You know, enforcing the directives that are given by the parliament and, you know, the public management and different issues that are rising up, you know, managing the public is not such an easy thing. You understand that? So we need to learn that there are, when you are enforcing such kind of duties, there are some of the people who are, where you find that the work is difficult and you're out of mind. Do you one day think that such kind of a thing can happen, or in any case? Thank you so much.
Okay. I disagree with you because this is the dictatorship and the slavery this government has put Ugandans in, and they have started to think that
you is
they have started to think that people are difficult.
Can you explain more?
People are difficult to manage. We are seeing that in USA, after the killing of George, we are seeing that very many people went on the street, and among the people that demonstrated, they did not receive any person being killed by the police or the soldiers.
What is
or the
this man talking
soldiers.
about?
And for us, we are seeing, actually, I don't know how these people are trained, because I watched a certain video whereby a border was carrying a woman who was pregnant, and I saw the LDU coming with a big stick and beat the woman. The woman actually fall on the road, and the border also was about to fall down. So we are trying to save people's life, at the same time we are trying to carry them. That's why we are seeing that the LDUs, they have successfully managed to kill the number that we are seeing, and they have actually beaten and killed very many. But because in our country, in some areas, the media is still limited, so other people, they can get such incidents and we may fail to get them. So the job that was deployed for the LDOs, they are doing it in a different way, because if we had like 16 women being killed and now we have received more than 6 Ugandans being killed, then I don't know. Can you relate to that, Mr. Alex?
Thank you so much, Mr. Katende Kikukyajira. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, We Are Uganda. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are always updating you all the time. We are going to continue to the next program. I think this topic will not finish it today of the LDUs, because a lot of has happened during the COVID-19. We are moving to the next topic, and this topic is what is the current situation in Uganda. Of recently, we are having different coming up. Byabakama saying this, President Museveni saying this, the Central Executive Committee, the SEC, saying this. So a lot have been happening during the course of getting ready for elections of 2021. So I want us to discuss, do you really think that is Electoral Commission still in control of the what it termed as scientific elections? Or do you think that Mr. Byabakama is still in control of this issue? So and do you think is Uganda ready for scientific elections? Thank you so much. I will start with you, my brother, over here.
Thank you. According to me and according to what I see, Museveni is ready for the elections, but Ugandans, they are not ready because of the bad policies that are being put by him just to benefit him. We have seen several cases. Museveni is just greedy for power, whereby when it comes to the any trap that Museveni can bring Museveni to his the end, to his regime or to his role, he tried to bring this and this and this and this. And now, when actually I see that this scientific election has been brought and Museveni is the one who drafted it and submitted it to the Biamakama, because the one appointing Biamakama is the one paying him and is the one to tell him, please, your job, I don't need it anymore, please leave. And Biamakama will not have any chance. And actually, when I see these scientific elections, when I see the population of Uganda, we have the people that are having that are using the smartphones. We have a population of 4 million only, the people that are using smartphones. And we are seeing that the people that can get access to the internet, they are only 10 people, 10 million out of the 44 million Ugandans we have. And we have only 209 radios and 36 television stations. And we are seeing that we are expecting more than 50,000 candidates to contest on different posts or different positions in the country. And more so, these radio stations are being managed or owned by NRM mafias who have stolen this country, and they have the power to order that this and so, please, I don't need him to come on this radio. As you have seen it to Bob Wine, has been trying, has gone to Ginger, has been stopped from talking to the people. And as you've seen,
even today he was on the radio.
As you've seen that it's only 4 million Ugandans that are having smartphones. When it comes to scientific elections, it's about internet, it's about people that are having smartphones. Radios, we are seeing that we have only 21% Ugandans who have access to electricity, and we are seeing that it's only 18%.
You have 1 minute, please.
Yes, okay, I'm going to 1 minute. It's like we have only 25% Ugandans who are having access to televisions. So I don't know the country that we are living in, and we have a president who is planning in that regard that we should have a scientific election. Yet, according to what the policy that has put in place, doesn't enable Ugandans to get access to the things. It means it's about 36 million Ugandans are going to be left out in these elections. I've shown you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Katende. For the benefit of time, I will have one question that I will asking you. We have seen Mr. Bob Wine, what we call one of the presidential hopes of Uganda come 2021. We have seen him pioneering all over the social media. We have seen him on the different radio stations. We saw him on the CBS. We saw him on the Jinja, even different radio stations, and even more so, we have seen him when he's moving out. He's moving with a lot of crowd, which means that there is some few hopes that he might be one of the successors. So I want you to tell me, how do you relate that kind of a situation and what you are talking about, that Mr. Museveni will not allow or will not give chance to those people? So do you see that the attendance or the appearance of Bob Wine on CBS and one of the radio stations in Jinja, or one of the radios that he appeared on today, do you think that it is not practicing what we call the scientific elections? Thank you so much.
To people like Bob Wine, there are some kind of people that can manage this. but in one way or another, they may not manage it. For them, they may think that they are talking to the people. When you check on their page, you can find maybe 1 million Ugandans have been viewing what he has been saying. Yet we have a population of 44 million. And it's like now we've left the rest. They have not been given a chance to participate in the campaigning process, election, and actually we are seeing that after the scientific campaigning on social media, then the program is to go and line up on the polling stations
thank you
for
so
people
much.
to start voting.
Thank you so much.
And
you have talked
let me finish this.
according to the yes,
let me
yes.
finish this.
Yes, yes.
And we are seeing that the government is not in position to provide people people that can help to make people all gather in the way of social distancing themselves on rallies. And we are seeing that the government will be in position to provide personnel that will provide.
Are you prophesying?
That will provide services that will enable the voters to vote on polling station.
Thank you so much, Mr. Katende.
That is what is in the document that was
so much,
drafted
for
by.
the benefit of time, your time is up, sir. Thank you so much. I will just give you a little information about this. We have seen electoral commission plans that it might put, because according to the message from Mr. Byabakama, he said that this year, the 2021 election will be indigenous, whereby virtual and traditional measures of our casual measures as usual will be put in place. So which means that they might be planning for both populations, whereby we have more than 7 million of youth from 25 up to 30, more than 7 million, and those most of them are on the social medias. We'll get back to you. Let me talk to my brother over here. Please, I introduce the topic to you. Can you please give us your views?
Thank you so much, moderator, once again.
Thank you.
Before I go to your topic, I think this guy and his group, they are living in skies. Because the things that he's saying that the President Museveni, who has been there for more than 30 years, so what I'm saying is that they should not use this scientific election to cover their impotence, their weakness. You get what I'm saying? So this Museveni, he has been there, he has been winning them. So now scientific election has come. But we don't know what is
we
there.
We have new faces.
Yes, it is.
Think about the new faces that are coming up in
anyway, she's saying that the government is stopping presidential aspirants from appearing to TV stations. His candidate, he was on radio station today. So I don't know. I don't understand what this man is talking about.
So when you talk about, did you make conversation before you come here? You know his candidate. Anyway, let's.
I know him.
Anyway, let's go to the topic, please. So, for the benefit of time.
Thank you so much. As I was saying before, we have to understand what has caused all this. Who in the world could expect a country to hold a scientific election? But we have to understand the situation. When nature dictates, a woman is forced to live like a man. So through COVID-19, nature dictated. And of course we can't stop going. We have to go. That's why we opt to use scientific election. And he's saying that it will benefit President Museveni. I don't know how, because I think he also loves to campaign. He loves to go to those places to see his people and all the things that we do while campaigning. So me, I am of view that the country should go for scientific election by observing the guidelines put in place by the Ministry of Health and maybe World Health Organization, so that maybe people are safe while voting.
Thank you so much.
And secondly,
yes, please.
He's saying that they don't have radios, and when his candidate was on the radio, a lot of people came. I don't know from where. So people already know that so and so is aspiring. You can go to a TV, people will hear from you, maybe from radios and mobile phones, internet. So I am with you that we should go for scientific election.
If I may ask, who is your president? Who is your candidate for come to 2021?
No, you.
Anyway, I will leave this question pending. I will go straight
Information.
To, yes,
Information.
yes, please. 1 minute.
For me, I move with information, and you know, I have told my brother and the listeners that we have 209 radios in the country. But one can have access to the radio, but there are very many people who cannot manage this.
I have both radio
because
tonight.
it's not going to be for free. You understand? And I don't know how you understand that we have only 50 active cases, and we are seeing that with these 50 cases, active cases, then it is forcing the country to have a scientific elections.
Thank you so much. I will ask him a question because for the benefit of time we have to close the program. My question is, we have seen Burundi of recently in May, I think, if I'm not forgetful, they conducted the general elections whereby Nkurunziza, he was kicked out of the office, and
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace indeed. We are seeing Tanzania, we are seeing USA, we are seeing Ghana. Ghana actually is going for elections in December. It will be the first, then Uganda will be the next.
Niger
but we are not seeing all these things, the scientific elections happening. We have seen the George Floyd protests everywhere in the US.
Thank you
but these lockdown measures are not seen.
Thank you so much.
I don't know whether Uganda is the most worst which is having COVID-19. I thank you so much.
Once you understand that Uganda is an independent state and it has her own ways of doing things, that's when you will get what I'm saying. You're talking of Ghana and USA. I don't know how many death rates USA has registered so far, and same to Ghana. Praise to God, Uganda has not registered any deaths.
But this should portray that.
And therefore, maybe because the good way of this government of how to handle COVID-19, that's why we have managed to sustain this, and I think we are going very well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alex Aguma. I'm very well concerned about the issue of the government containment COVID-19, but we have seen a lot of complaints coming up to the government.
People will always complain.
This and this. Anyway, we shall continue this program, or we shall continue this topic later. I want us to close with one topic, and this has been up in my mind every time whenever I see this clip. One of the short media news anchors, he was in Mbarara, and I'm very sure that you are coming from Mbarara, right?
I will find out.
All right. According to the news reporters, they are saying that in Mbarara there is no lockdown and there is no anything concerning curfew. The borders are carrying people. There is no mask. And do you think this can be nepotism, favoritism? What do you rate this to be?
Thank you so much. Unless we have another Mbarara in Tanzania or DRC Congo. But as far as I know, Mbarara of Uganda, Mbarara has been under lockdown like any other cities, like all the other cities, the Kampalas, the Jinjas, and the Masaka.
Yes.
Mbarara has been in lockdown since the outbreak of coronavirus. And if you want to clarify, if you want to understand what I'm saying, you go to Mbarara Central Police Station, you will see the bikes and the borders and all the other things that the police impounded from those people. That's when you'll get what I'm saying. Same to Kampala. I had the MPs the other time, they were complaining in the parliament that the people in Chikubu are operating freely. Of course, same is the issue too. We expect these people, violators are everywhere. But I think that that reporter of, I don't know which media house, should be arrested. Because she should be arrested and interrogated. What was the intention of making such statements he was making? Because these things, we are seeing them happening in other cities. Why in Mbarara?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will cross this with my brother over here. You had very well the statement that
he's an enemy of the state.
In Mbarara, there is no COVID-19 lockdown, and what do you rate this to be? Do you think this could be like they are putting Mbarara to be a very special city in Uganda, or so I want you to give us your view about this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I would like to go back to the coronavirus issue, where my brother said that
for the benefit of time.
Yes, I know. I'm going to utilize my time very well. That for US, they have performed poorly as far as the coronavirus is concerned.
Yes, can you confirm that?
But you see, you have failed to understand that for them, the people that are they are very much dying of coronavirus, they are more than 60 years plus. It is so like
we don't
that.
Have them in Uganda?
It is like that because the life expectancy of those people, especially in Europe, it is more higher than that of Ugandans. That is so. It is like that. When you look at Africa as at large, we only have like 2% of people that have exceeded 60 years.
What about South Africa?
The point. And that's why you have very few cases. And it's like even we have a airport which is very dormant. Like it can receive.
Thank you so much. Can you please go to straight to the point?
It can receive like very few planes where we don't expect people coming in,
and we want to cross
coming
this
in.
Thank you so much.
With the virus.
I don't understand what this man is talking about.
The number
about airports.
is still
we are dealing with.
You are just playing within my time, right? So
can you protect me from this man, please?
Let me go straight to the point that was asked about Mbarara. You see, when you bring such kind of people in the studio, it's very difficult to analyze issues and they understand, because instead of explaining why this is like this, they're just trying to deny that we don't do this.
I have to.
We don't do this. And that is what also the person is supporting Mr. Museveni when he was asked why the people, why Ereru invaded the Kasese Palace. Museveni said, no, the issue is still in the court, and the court will decide what was the problem. We saw the people that were killed. Let me go back to the point. I was just giving an example.
Before you go to the point, he's dragging me to a box of that I'm a supporter of President Museveni. But let me tell you something. If
this one is just taking my time, my friend.
Let him finish first.
We are seeing Mbarara. It's like he's not aware that what we saw, it was a video. Even if he was showing posters named Mbarara City.
I'm not denying that the guy was
not. And for him, he's just denying that it was not true.
Let him go to the streets.
It was not true.
Let him go to the streets of Kampala or Jinja or any other place.
Order, please.
And then we in the studio, you should learn how to respond to issues, right? So I'm putting the point that the video and the photos we saw, they are coming from that side, and the person who went there, the journalist, interviewed people that why the president gave a directive, why this one is like this. The borders were calling like three people, 2 people on the borders, and they are moving freely, which is not the case in Kampala. When they see you, they just beat you. So it's like we've reached an extent whereby some regions are treated in a different way and others are treated in another way.
Thank you so much. He has information to give you over here.
The information I have is that I would advise him to go to Mbarara Central, police station, to ask for the borders that were impounded by the police. And for that reporter of I don't know which media house, I would also want him to go to maybe the streets of Kampala or Jinja or Masaka we shall even saw very many cases more than Mbarara. I don't know why Mbarara. That guy should be arrested. Maybe he has a hidden agenda.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are coming to the close of our program. Thank you for watching us at We Are Uganda. Endeavor to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We have our YouTube channel. You are also subscribed, visit us, and like our videos, watch our videos, share with your friends. Let them know what's going on in the house. We have our major page, www.weareuganda.com. Endeavor to follow us and know what updates we have every day. Thank you so much, dear gentlemen that I've seated with in the studios. I'm Joseph Winner, who has been the host of today's program. I will ask gentlemen to give us one closing word. So as we can see you next time. We are starting with you. Can you give us one?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, praise. As I do conclude, I would advise these people of our colleagues in this thing that we are doing to always practice politics of tolerance, not politics of intolerance, and they should desist from politics of identity. They are very dangerous to our nation. And you remember the other question of credentials, a question that raised more insults than answers. That is not the way to go. We have to talk things how they are and find the solutions for them if we want a nation that is promising that everyone will be happy. So
thank you so much. We shall have more of you next time we bring you back in the studios of We Are Uganda. My brother over here, you have 1 minute to give us your one word. As in Luganda they call it Okusibentanda. You can give us one last word as
and lastly, before you conclude.
Yes, my
one of the things that I've seen is that there is one of the local languages there. They use a word is called Munyanjire.
He's in my time.
So that word, I'm advising him. I'm advising him. That word is called. I'm advising him. That word is called Munyanjire, which means that if I'm not in good condition with Mr. Katende, I will sympathize with Joseph to also hate Katende for no reason. That is the thing I've seen in. So you should stop this Munyanjire.
Thank you so much. Mr. Katende, can you please proceed? Thank you so much.
See,
you have 1 minute, please.
There should be two because he has already consumed my time. Actually, I find it very difficult to discuss issues with such kind of people because
he has started already. These are people.
We are in closing statements.
See. Yeah, actually, instead of explaining or talking about the videos and photos sent, he was just talking about that. No, go to the police station. People is there.
No,
their borders are there.
Let him also go to Kampala or
actually,
Jinja or other places.
The point I'm trying to put across that, dear Ugandans, it is time to realize how Mr. Museveni and his friends, how they have put the country down in very many things. It's not that Ugandans, they hate the people from a certain kind of region, but we hate the people that are making Ugandans to suffer, to live in the life that is not good for them. People, they are just in their houses, they cannot work, and for him, he doesn't find a problem with it because he has received money from the World Bank. They are just enjoying. They can do whatever they want. So, my dear brother, next time when you come when you are prepared.
But he's asking me questions.
When you are prepared.
Is that one a remark? Can I reply?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
With the well prepared information, because at times
Mr. Katende,
you don't have information and you just talk from out of the blue.
These are the people we are dealing with. You see, he has started insulting me.
Order, please. We are closing the program. Thank you so much for watching us. We are Uganda, and we shall be bringing you more of this. This is just the beginning, so please subscribe to all. You also click on the bell that is over there to get more of this. See you next Tuesday. We are Uganda, wishes you all the best, and remember that we are striving so much more that you, our dear customer, can get the best of the best. Thank you so much for watching us. We remain as We Are Uganda, your community, your connection. Have a blessed afternoon.